The first concept I want to talk about is the idea of throwing a grenade and engaging with your primary weapon. So basically covering the grenade that you throw. So in this clip, I'm running in Counter-Strike. I throw a grenade through this door because I know there's some enemies over here. And immediately I follow it up by running and firing and take the two guys out. It's the same idea here where I run up in Halo. There is a guy right here. He doesn't see me, so I decide to throw a grenade right next to him. He notices the grenade and jumps up out of the way, making himself a nice target for my shotgun. So I took him out. In this clip, I throw a grenade, and there's a guy right here who notices the grenade, runs out, just like the guy in Halo, runs out for my shotgun. And he's done. In Fortnite, I threw a grenade next to this guy, and I immediately pull out my gun and start shooting. So it's just one of those things where it makes it easier to hit people because they're worried about your grenade. My next concept is the idea of throwing, but really putting pressure on the enemy, kind of using your grenade as a battering ram. So in this clip, I am trying to run up here, and I'm really putting pressure on the enemy because I throw a grenade, and this guy has a grenade right next to him over here, and he's got a guy firing at him. So it's kind of a tricky situation for him, and it works out for me. All right, in this next clip, I'm in Apex. There's a couple of enemies over here, so I threw a grenade up and over at them, and at the same time started running at them. I had my teammate with me, and we were able to push up. Another concept that I want to talk about is the idea of just inflicting damage on the enemy before you even go and engage with them. So they're already starting at a disadvantage because you threw a grenade. So in this clip, actually this guy, I was fighting with this guy and he thought it was a good idea to kind of hang out in this little nook over here. Well, it's a perfect opportunity to throw a grenade in that nice little nook. So that's what I do. I throw it over there. Surprised it didn't kill him, but definitely soften him up, and I go in for the kill. In this clip, I throw a grenade at this guy that's over here. I think he was actually healing over here because I basically looked at him and he died. But definitely the grenade helped. Call of Duty, I threw a grenade over there to flush the enemy out, but actually took him out by itself, so that was nice. And we got Bad Company 2. There were some enemies up here. Threw a grenade up there. I took a hit, but my grenade actually took out one of them, so that was good. I like this clip. All right, so this is Day of Defeat, basically a Counter-Strike mod. I throw a grenade over at this guy, and I'm having trouble with the controls. Actually, I was trying to get my gun going, but it didn't work. So I'm like messing with the with the firing mode, and at the same time the enemy gets taken out. So that was good. Same thing in Apex here. I threw a grenade over here to flush the enemy out, and ends up killing him. So that worked out in my favor. Fortnite, I threw a grenade and started aiming at this person, and didn't even really need to because the grenade is the thing that knocked him. When dealing with grenades, you definitely don't want the enemy to find you when you're about to throw one. So make sure you're in a safe spot when you go to throw it. Unlike this guy right here. He comes running out. Let me go back just a second. He comes out, and look at him. He's so vulnerable. Really easy to take out. Same thing here. There's a guy running, and if you notice, he has his hand up because he's about to throw a grenade, probably over here somewhere. But he wasn't paying attention to me right here. So I took him out. Another thing I wanted to talk about was the idea of enemy grenades. And just because an enemy throws a grenade at you doesn't mean you have to run away. Sometimes you can actually use it as a tactic. So let me show you what I mean. Alright, so enemy threw a grenade. It hits me pretty much square in the face. Alright, there's actually 2 grenades. If you saw, there's a second one right there. They might think that I'm going to retreat and run away. But this is Counter-Strike. I can't heal up, so I'm like, let me just sit here and wait for them to come. It worked out great because they both came in and I took them both out. That felt very good. This is an interesting one where I'm fighting this guy over here and he throws a grenade. If you notice, it just kind of zipped by, and instead of running away, I actually run past the grenade and get him in the back. So just something to keep in mind. In the end, it's all about helping your team. You want to be a good team player, and sometimes grenades can help with that. So a lot of times in Apex Legends, I'll notice a fight going on, like in this case right here. There's a fight going on with my teammates. There's no friendly fire in Apex, so I'll usually just throw a grenade right in the middle of it. In this particular case, it was great because it actually took out an enemy. So no better way to help out your friend if you're far away. In this case, I was actually close. There was a battle going on, but I just started throwing grenades in the middle of it, and it certainly helped them out. And if all else, sometimes you just got to take one for the team. And in this situation, I didn't know it at the time, but I was surrounded, and I was just pretty much done. And I was about to throw a grenade, and it actually worked out because as I got knocked, I dropped the grenade, and it knocked one of the enemies. So sometimes you got to do a little sacrifice. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video on grenades. I might do another one in the future, but I hope you enjoyed this kind of content. Most importantly, I hope you have a good one. Take care.